Okay, it's day 46 of our 1 hour day workout. Gotta get it out the way. I was up all night studying for my mortgage test. So it's around about, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Anyway, so I'm gonna get this out of the way first so I can get back to my studies. Alright, so today is day 46. I got about a week before I take my test, so I'm gonna be trying to get these things out the way. So the topic of today is 50 Cent and Floyd Mayweather exhibition fight. Will it happen? So let's see. Let's get down here and let's get started. Let's see if I can angle this camera to the flow. Anyway, let me I don't know how these this next 7 days workout gonna go, cause I got so much to study. It's like, let me get this workout out the way. Up all night studying. Camera's crooked. I'm supposed to get that tripod and set up that tripod. I'm supposed to set up the tripod. Okay, let's do some blankets. Let's see if we ready for Floyd. Are we ready for Floyd heavyweight champs? Is we ready for Floyd? You gotta pick your fights wisely. You know what I'm saying? I be watching too many other YouTubers. If I be stealing some of their sayings, I be catching myself. And I don't do it purposely. You know what I'm saying? You know how you look at somebody and you pick up their lingo? You try to say a word and it come out like the way they say it. That's a talent that I always have unintentionally. Okay, so let's get this day started. I always waste a few minutes at the beginning. We're gonna get the workout out the way, and then I'll be back to studying all night. I was gonna study a little bit and then come back and do my workout, and then upload and go back to studying. But I think it'll be better if I just go ahead and get the workout out the way, and then I can study without interruption. It's a lot, y'all. I don't know. Cashmere, don't mess with that my TV. Get out. Get out of there. Don't mess with that Don't mess with that. That's my study spot right now. I don't want you to mess with my grandbaby's back today. She in there messing with my study computers and stuff. Don't touch nothing. I got everything set to the URLs that I want them at. I don't want her to accidentally close out nothing. That mortgage test, y'all, it ain't no joke. I take it next week. And it's a lot of studying to go. So, yeah, pray for me. So, Floyd did an interview. I forgot what station that is, because like I told you, I'm forgetful. I don't remember. And I'm not getting paid to say everybody's station name and to remember everybody's name and what's not. So, yeah, he did an interview. And in some way in that interview, came up that he would fight Floyd, but either he would have to come down off his weight or Floyd would have to come up. And you know Floyd ain't gonna get that big, you know, because that will put him basically out of, I guess, out of shape, you know, to come up that big and not fight, you know, every day, probably turn a flab, you know. So, Floyd responded while he's responding to all of his other competitors. Who's that, Jake or the Jake brother? I don't know who they are, the white boys. They talking about all of the fights he gonna have. All the exhibition fights he gonna have for 2021, and these guys is like way bigger than him and, you know, way taller than him. Well, he said he don't care about their sizes and stuff. He don't care about their size. They can stay at their weight. He'll fight them at, you know, whatever weight they at. And then he also is including that he'll squeeze 50 Cent in there at the end of the year. Ooh. So I'm like, oh shoot, 50 Cent got a big fight with Floyd Mayweather. That'll be great. He could, you know, work out. You know, I don't know how he gonna find time between making the BMF movie and making all his little movies. Not little movies, but, you know. You know, directing all his movies and preparing for a fight with Floyd Mayweather that never lost, the champ. Woo. I mean, anybody would take the offer just for the money, you know what I'm saying? But Floyd said, winner takes all. So, that means 50 Cent don't get no money. I mean, everybody would buy those tickets for the hell of it. I think that'll be a fight that the tickets will sell. And sell them shits on, like, not on TV, but on YouTube. Sell it on like a YouTube paid channel. Because everybody's on YouTube, right? Already, so all they gotta do is go to that channel and pay. I mean, the results will come out anyway afterwards, so a lot of people like to wait, but for this, I think people would pay to see 50 Cent glove up and you know, be looking the part and stuff, but in all actuality, this is Floyd Mayweather's game. You know what I'm saying? He's stepping into Mayweather's backyard. You know. Well, Floyd said when it takes all. Every 50 Cent don't get no money. He can't capitalize off you. Like, yeah, I fought Floyd Mayweather. I lost, but I made $10 million, you know. Shit. Yeah, now you can't just step up and fight a boxer. And this is something that they do every day. It's like I'm doing a 1 hour workout every day. You know what I'm saying? And for somebody my size to just, you know, just come out the bed and get down here and think that they're gonna, you know, outwork me, my same size, you know what I'm saying, and my same condition that I came out of the bed, it's not gonna happen. Because when I first started, I was grimacing and stuff. I couldn't hardly lift my body up, even with the resistant band. So, like I said, that's Floyd's game. So today, I woke up to 50 Cent calling the fight off. Because Floyd can't read. He can't read, but he didn't want to do no math either. He wanted winner take all. He can't read, but he didn't want to do no math either. He said, like, give all the money to me. Woo. Shit, a nigga in the hood take that off of any day. Even with no money. Just for the fame. Just for the spotlight. Shit, a nigga get in the ring with Floyd Mayweather just to get knocked down, to get up and they put the mic to his face. Yeah, hey, how you doing? How you feeling after that Floyd fight? You know? Just for the 15 minutes of fame. The little glory. Shit. It would be beneficial to, you know, some people when it takes all. You know, all of this stuff leading up to the fight and all that stuff. All the videotaping, all the working out. To get in the ring. And don't even last, you know, 5 minutes. After running all around and getting caught. It's not easy. I know somebody that, you know, that this boxer was taking his girl, was messing around with his girl, so he called himself stepping to the boxer, you know, because, you know, he was in love with the girl. So he called himself stepping to the guy because the guy is a boxer. And, you know, squaring up with the guy. And squaring up with the boxer. You know, like he gonna, you know, stand his ground and, you know, represent like a man and get his girl back or whatever. And that boxer took one punch and said, pow! And punched him in his chest. And it was over with. He was out of wind and everything. The good thing about 50 Cent is that I think he keeps his body in shape. He works out, so he's already fit, you know what I'm saying? He would just have to try to figure out some way to survive and a little technique, you know? Like, let me go talk to Mike Tyson. You know what I'm saying? I'm not out of shape, but I need some kind of quick skill, like a left, right, and the uppercut. You know, I need some kind of technique, quick technique to go in there and knock this nigga out. He think he gonna win because he won 50 fights. I'm gonna run straight to him and give him a good combination and an uppercut and end his night and give him his first loss. I mean, just for 50 Cent to survive all the rounds would be good. You know what I'm saying? You know, for Floyd to let him stay on his feet would be a good look. For him not to hit the canvas, you know. You don't want to come out there too knotted up. Or rolling all over the ground, looking crazy. You know what I'm saying? Rolling all over, you know, getting knocked out and waking up. And the camera's catching his every look and movement. And the way he went down and the way he stood up. Or if they had to lift him up off of the damn canvas. You know, for him to come out of that fight and everybody be like, oh, 50 Cent can't fight. For his whole image to be ruined, you know. His tough guy image to be ruined. Fucking with Floyd. Yeah, so Floyd Mayweather was lining them up for 2021. Lining up all them niggas that been talking. Lining them up. You know, scheduling them out. So you squeeze 50 Cent in there. Winner takes all. Ooh. And so who you think that winner gonna be? Who could that winner possibly be between a champ, 50-0, no losses? Ooh. Who do you think that one is gonna take it all? You think 50 Cent got a chance? Do you think 50 Cent stand a chance? So everybody's in the comment section talking about 50 Cent talked all that caca. He said it first. He started the talks first. Now everybody want to see the fight. Ooh, this fight been brewing for a long time. It's been brewing and brewing and brewing and brewing. You know, if I was 50 Cent, I would just turn this one down, right? Or keep talking bull crap. But behind the scenes, I'd be like, training. Because one day he might have to, you know, everybody might just be calling for 50 Cent to fight Floyd. And they might have to just take him and push him in the ring, you know. All right, you done talked enough talk. It's time for you to go in the ring, buddy. And they drag his behind and they throw his behind in the ropes. And Floyd be in there waiting at his jaw post. With all the belts lined up. And 50 Cent be coming in there with no belt. He ain't got nothing to offer. He ain't got nothing to offer. Only thing he could come in there with hustle harder, hustle smarter. And you know what? I don't think Floyd Mayweather read that book either. I don't think he read it. I don't think he acknowledged it. He didn't promote it. I mean, he didn't read the cover. Oh, Lord. You don't even know the name of it. And 50 Cent got, like a New York Times bestseller, and it's all out there like, wow, this is the book to read. All niggas is probably picking it up. Niggas in jail is probably all getting their hands on it. Shit. You got a good book. The jailhouse niggas probably work a whole year to purchase the book. Shit. What they get, a few cents an hour? Or they working on slave wages in there. Hustle harder, hustle smarter. You gotta be consistent. Consistency. You gotta keep going. You gotta keep at it. I was looking at my numbers yesterday, and I was like, only one person looked at the video. I said, that's okay, because you know what? This thing is about me getting my body in shape. I can't worry about how many views I got, how many people clicked on my video. What you doing? Get out. I can't worry about how many views I got. I just gotta make sure I stay consistent and make sure I keep working out every day and don't give up. Even though I got this test next week, I should be studying right now. Ooh. I was up till like 7, 8 o'clock this morning. And then I woke up again around 12 o'clock this afternoon. I guess I'll do the same thing tonight. Once I get this video uploaded, and get right back to my studies and study all night till the wee hours into the morning. And I'm laughing about Floyd and 50 Cent, and it's that their mortgage test is knocking me out. This mortgage test is my competition right now. Yeah, so I'm still waiting for the Ab Celerate. That's the other machine that I have. I think it's going to take me up off the floor. It's supposed to come on the 9th. So in about 5 more days. And see how good that machine is. See if, I feel better with that. Or is the Ab Booster better? Or do they each serve different purpose? Am I going to be using both? Or am I going to like one better? I don't know. We'll see when it gets here. Get your 1 hour workout in, y'all. Every day. I think if I don't do my workout, I feel guilty. I'm trying, y'all. You gotta see me trying. You know. Ooh. You gotta see me going at it. 50 Cent and Floyd. It's like the two brothers that can't get along. I don't know who's worse, 50 Cent and Marquise or 50 Cent and Floyd. They are stubborn. They are all stubborn. I guess, you know, everybody want to be their own kings, you know what I'm saying? If I give in to you, then, you you get all my fans, you get all my people. I'm not the king no more. I done gave up the crown to you, my crown to you. So my people don't look up to me no more. My crowd's been shifted to you. You know, my pawn's been shifted to you. I mean, like they say, it's lonely at the top, so there's very few people that you're going to have that's going to have money like you, that's black, that, you know, could relate to you and where you came from. I just don't see how they don't get along. You know what I'm saying? I can't see how that they don't get along. But sometimes when you get around a person, compared to how you see them on the internet or on TV and stuff, they different. You know, you might get around them and completely not like their ways. Like, damn, I wish I never met you in person. You know what I'm saying? Now, the way I perceive you is totally different, you know, when I see you. You know, I wish I never met you in person. My belly keeps sticking out. That belly going flatten eventually. It's gonna have to, because I'm gonna keep curling on it. I had broccoli yesterday, so the broccoli, you know, they say it's harder to digest. Like it's a vegetable, and it's, you know, it's a green, so it's good for you, but the broccoli is hard to digest. And I had a big pot of it, you know. Yeah, I like broccoli and put some butter on it. I could eat that just as a meal. I don't need no meat or nothing else with that. I could just eat a big bowl of broccoli for dinner and melt it in butter. You know? I don't need no meat. Oh, day 46. I'm feeling a little ashamed because I feel like I should be in better shape or lost more weight, or maybe my stomach should have been flat by day. You know, we coming amongst day 50 soon. You know, It's today 46. So in 4 more days, you know what I'm saying? So I should already be a little toned up. But like I said, I'm not really working that hard, so you know, I want to be able to get up the next day and do some workout. So I'm not really going that hard. But if my only focus during the day would be just to work out and be, you know, working out, and I didn't have to study for my test or nothing else going on, shoot, then I could do my 1 hour workout and then behind the scenes do another 2 every day. But I don't have the time right now. And like I said, don't force it. Just let's make it an everyday habit. You know what I'm saying? Let's just make it an everyday habit so that the way that you do get off, you worked real hard and long to get it off. You know? Because when I started, I was 220, and it keeps going down to 270 and bouncing back up to 210, but I know at least one thing I know in this 46 days that I definitely lost 10 pounds. You know what I'm saying? So that's cool. I definitely lost a solid 10 pounds, and I mean, you know, some people would want to get this done in a week or 2, but you know, you just gotta, you know, the way I'm doing it now is, you know, I'm not doing it on a liquid diet. I'm doing it where, as I'm eating, I'm not eating like heavy and meats and stuff like that, but from time to time I get cravings for this or cravings for that, and I eat. Some days like yesterday I ate broccoli, you know. But like I said, if you go on an all liquid diet, you should lose 1 pound a day. So today's day 46. If it was a total liquid diet, I would have been like 46 pounds down, heading to 50 pounds down, you know what I'm saying? But that weight would easily come back on, you know what I'm saying? Because I wasn't eating. Yeah, you know you're going to go back to eating, so this experiment now, it's like an experiment. This experiment I'm doing now is, how long is it going to take me to drop my weight, lose my belly fat, you know, lose this fat and tone up with eating and exercising 1 hour a day. So I record, even though, you know, like you might see, oh, this video don't have no views. Let me click on it, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not really worried about the views. But if you're here, you can like, subscribe, comment. You can leave a donation. Look down in the description. There's a Cash App, a PayPal. You know, leave a comment. Yeah. But, you know, I'm not really doing it for views and clickbait on YouTube. I'm basically documenting, you know, my daily workout for myself, basically. You know. So I guess people say I'm not going to click on that and watch her get her body in shape. But, you know, like I said, this is not for the people that's already fit and athletic bodies and stuff. This is more like I came out the bed I got a bad back. I came from laying up in the bed every day. I got a bad back, and I see a chiropractor. And I decided from Thanksgiving, getting teased a little bit. Oh, girl, you done got fat. I decided to do something about it. So I said, you know what? First I got the heavy bag. And I said, I'll punch and kick on this heavy bag until I lose weight. And then I was like, well, I want to work on my abs, my midsection. I want to work on my midsection, so I was shopping for Christmas and I seen a yoga mat, bought a little piece of carpet, and I said, this is going to be my little floor stage, and I'll record it. And to see how long it's going to take, because I've done it before. I got down from 200 to 160, and I got it recorded. It's in on the Dutch's site. I don't know if I have it visible or not, because I used to be in my boxer shorts, and I used to be taking pictures of my belly, so if you can't find those videos, I might have them where, blocked where you can't see them. But I will unblock them. I think I put it on a playlist called "Lose 10 Pounds a Week" or something. How to lose 10 pounds a week. And it's basically a liquid diet with the chia seeds and the water and lemon and stuff like that. And drinking ginger tea and stuff every day. And not taking in no solids and stuff like that. But even though you're going to get your weight down quick on a liquid diet, as soon as you start eating, that weight going to jump right back up. So, I think this experiment, for me, I call it an experiment. For everybody else, this has been their daily routine to work out on a regular basis. But for me, this is an experiment to see, will I survive? Will I continue to work out every day? Will I quit, How long will it take me? We're getting ready to go into 50 days. We're at day 46. What do I have to show for it? Well, at least I can say a solid 10 pounds off, I mean, my weight be going all the way down to 2.5, but I would say a solid 10. I'm not going to fake it like it's more than that, because the scale keep jumping back up, It go down, and then, even if I eat broccoli or vegetables or fruit, it still put a pound on or something. It still bring the weight back up. And I'm not jogging, so, I don't have a treadmill, so it's not like I can run it off real quick. So, strictly hard sit-ups. Strictly crunching. And, like I said, 90% is watching your diet. Because you could work out all you want if you eating like crazy. And this little 1 hour workout a day is not gonna mean nothing. So you gotta change your diet, curb your diet. Okay, so I guess we do some ab booster for a few minutes, and then we'll get on the heavy bag, and I gotta get back to studying after that, y'all. Just know I'll be studying all night. I was nervous last night. I took, they got some practice tests that's just like, you know, what the mortgage test is gonna be like 25 questions, and whew, that's a lot of questions. That practice test I only got like a 62, so the real test you need to get a 75. But there's like 8 practice tests, and I got a week left. You think I could pick it up? It's just so much to know about mortgage. You don't know what questions they're gonna swing at you, and then there's math calculations, you know what I'm saying? It's not a lot of math questions, but there's some calculations, but that's not the main thing to focus on. So I got my test next Friday, and I got a 8-hour webinar to cram again on Thursday. So the next week is gonna be crazy exciting and nervous. I hope I feel ready by at least by you know, Monday. I hope I feel real confident like Monday. I hope my confidence level is, you know, to the roof. So y'all pray for me for my test. Ooh, let me get up off this floor. Try to change my life and get a career that might be lucrative. You know? The good thing about the mortgage is that it's you know, constant, you know. Whereas, you know, like I'm also a real estate broker, but that's by commission, and you know, do you have your own office, brick and mortar, you know, where you got agents in there where, you know, somebody can make a sale every week or rent an apartment every day. You know, it's difficult just working on commission. And you in the coronavirus, so you can't be like doing all of them showings and stuff like that. Because for real estate, you got to be hustling hard. You got to be meeting people, driving them around, showing them spots, meeting them at locations, and you know what I'm saying? You got to keep appointments and keep showing them the properties until you look up and, you know, somebody actually want that house or want that apartment. And then, you know, if it's an apartment, I guess you can close right away if they're moving in at the beginning of that next month. But if it's closing on a house, you know, you gotta wait till the deal closes. So I said, let me take my mortgage, because mortgage is something that other mortgage brokers invited to me years ago in the early 2000s when they was doing the subprime and all of that stuff was going on. I'm glad I didn't get into business back then, because I probably would have lost my license back then. So now they put a lot of rules and regulations in there that, you know, when you go to take the test for, it's like you get confused just with so many rules and regulations. You gotta, get all of that stuff in order, like what's what. A lot of rules and regulations. This ab booster. Turn this camera. Trying to get the camera straight. This thing so wobbly I can't tighten it no more. It's just on a swivel. Ugh. I gotta get that other tripod. Come on, I don't want to fight with you all day. Well, you know what? Okay, I think that'll be cool. Shoot, by the time I get the camera set up, it's time to put the thing back away. Oh boy. Yeah, what I was saying is that I've been in the real estate business since 2004, and it's just, and I went from being an agent to a broker, so, it's good to have, and you have to, maintain a clean background. You can't have no felonies and stuff, and you're doing all this and you're doing all that, and you're being a responsible person. But I guess there's some companies that you can work for that'll pay you a salary, but as a real estate agent or broker, you get, better money, working for a commission, you know what I'm saying? But if they few and far in between, and then the coronavirus is affecting, your showings and people wanting to come out, and, they're not doing foreclosures, I don't think, or evictions. So everybody is kind of good right now. But I think for the mortgages, where some people might just say, okay, I'm gonna need to refinance, or I'm gonna need to sell this house, or during the pandemic I made money, you know what I'm saying? Some people is not doing bad during the pandemic. Some people is actually doing good during the pandemic. So with the mortgage, there's so many scenarios where, a person might need a mortgage or a refinance, you know what I'm saying? They might be buying a house or refinancing or borrowing from their equity, you know what I'm saying? It's hard work. It's not easy. It's hard work. But it could be done online. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to show anybody no properties or anything like that. You just do your paperwork and I guess work for a reputable company. Once I find a reputable company to work for, where I'm gonna learn from and make money, And then I guess eventually, maybe become my own broker, banker, as I move up. You know, it's a lot of responsibility because the fines is crazy. You know, the fraud thing, they're serious about it. You know, it's like heavy fines and imprisonment. You know, if you do something wrong in the paperwork, and if they think that you did it intentionally to commit fraud, then you could be facing some serious charges. And you know, the maximum fine is $1 million. Imagine getting fined $1 million for fraud. You can't work as a mortgage. You lose your license. You can't work with the mortgages no more. If you lose your license with the mortgage, you probably lose your license with real estate and any other license that you have. You know, because in order to renew your licenses, they ask if any licenses have been revoked or suspended, you know, so. And if you catch a felony, you know, most of these licenses, you can't have a felony. So, it'll mess you all the way up. So you gotta, you know the business, know the paperwork, know what you're doing, know what you gotta be doing, know the information that you gotta get from the people, know what to look for, and make sure, you know, somebody not coming in there scamming you. And make sure everything checks out. You know, you gotta, dot the I's and cross the T's and dot the I's. Yeah. I look at the business, the mortgage business being that way. You're gonna have to know, you know, your paperwork real good. You're gonna have to know your numbers and what you're doing real good. You know. Not like I'm gonna be no expert as soon as I get out there, as soon as I pass the test, you know, I'm gonna be like, but at least I could get with a company that, you know, keep me busy, and I keep doing a lot of documents every day, and till it becomes, you know, second nature. I just be babbling on, but nobody be clicking on these videos, so I just be talking. Oh, just get my workout in. This ab booster is like you humping. I put out a lot of money though for the school. Then I put out money for the like a test prep, or the 8-hour study test prep that's gonna be the day before the test. And I also got simulated tests, you know, 8 tests that's similar to the real test. That's the same amount of questions. They got flashcards, games. I had to pay another $200 for that. Ooh. So I put out a lot of money for this. And if you fail, a lot of people fail on the first shot. You gotta wait 30 days, study for 30 days, and take it again. And you gotta go through fingerprinting and all that stuff, background check. Ooh, and hopefully it changed my life. Hopefully I pass the test, get with a good company, and it changed my life. Ooh. Ooh, the grandbaby's here too. Okay. Put this ab booster up. Ooh. I got 5 minutes left. Upload this video and get back to my studies. You know, you just gotta figure out a formula when it comes down to tests. You know, it's a lot of it's a lot of stuff to study and cram. But with the mortgage test, you know, it's kind of like, yeah, you got to study and cram, but you need to take in the information and kind of like remember it. Because it's important to remember. So, it's important to know and remember anyway. And then the calculations, you know, when you actually get on a job, when you're actually doing a job, you probably, you know, like, I have a special calculator. I got a special mortgage calculator already that I was using with my real estate. So, it's some math. But the math is, the percentage of math that you have to do on the test is not the part that you have to worry about. It's the regulations and the rules and, you know, all that other stuff. And, you know, from the subprime lending that took place in the early 2000s, they real strict and they made up new rules and disclosures and all kind of stuff. They say the mortgage broker test is hard. I passed that on the first shot, but the real estate broker's license, I passed that on the first shot. And now it's the mortgage. I've been putting this stuff off for years. You know how you shy away from something that you're scared? Like, Lord, they talk about that test is so hard. I'll never pass that test. And it's like 10 years done passed and you didn't attempt, you know. I mean, in the early 2000s, I had somebody come up to me and tell me, you know, come through the mortgages, you know. You know, we used to put out a lot of flyers in the street, and we used to be running up and down. I used to be putting flyers on everybody's houses and running into other real estate agents out there putting out flyers. I used to take down their flyers and put up my flyer. And there used to be crazy flyers all over the place. Business cards, flyers all over the ground, all over houses, all over cars, you know. We used to be out there. And then I used to run into people that was in the mortgage business, and they used to be giving me their business cards and telling me to, you know, come on, like inviting me into mortgage, and they're gonna teach me how to do the mortgage. I think it was at one point you didn't need a license, and people were just jumping into the mortgage business, and the bankers was teaching people how to do the applications, and, you know, anybody would just, you know, run around and take a mortgage application. And now you gotta be tested, licensed, and, you know, they got a whole system set up, the national mortgage loan originator, you know, the MLS site that deals with mortgage people and their licenses, and, you know, a lot of rules in place, fines and imprisonments and stuff like that, so you could get the license and think, you know, yeah, we'll be making money and stuff like that. I don't be doing my thing. You mess around and mess up on them applications and do the wrong thing and it comes off as fraud or something like that, then your behinds are going to be in trouble. Anyway, let me get back to my studying. So we're going to see what happens with Floyd and 50 Cent. Are they going to have this fight eventually or not? You know? I don't think so. I don't think it's going to happen. But anyway, y'all like, subscribe, and leave me a comment. And peace, I'm out. I got to go study, y'all.